Hey guys, welcome to the Max Invest YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing a lot of huge pieces of news surrounding both Chainlink and Ethereum. We're going to be discussing what the Chainlink Hackathon actually means, some of Chainlink's integrations, and then we're going to be looking at a few huge bits of news regarding Ethereum. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, the links are down below in the description, and remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. So let's get into the video. The first big bit of news is that Chainlink is having a hackathon. This hackathon is going from October the 22nd all the way up until November the 28th. Essentially, this hackathon has a whole bunch of stuff in it. The first thing is that there's a prize pool of $300,000. Now, this prize pool is essentially going to be given out to some of the best projects that are developing using Chainlink. Essentially, if you're a Chainlink developer, you're able to pitch your project to a number of venture capital firms, and these firms are essentially maybe going to give you money to help support and help assist your project. Also, this is very good for people who are starting out development in the space and they want to attend a few workshops and learn how to be a developer and learn how to use Chainlink. So this hackathon is very developer centric and very project centric. Of course, I myself am not a developer, however I do know that a lot of my viewers are developers and this could be worthwhile if you haven't seen it. Sergey Nazarov has said that it's all going to be entirely virtual, so it will be very easy to attend as you can just do this from your own home. Now, the good thing about the Chainlink Hackathon is it has a few big partnerships supporting it. The first big partnership that I'm really interested in is Google Cloud. Google Cloud is supporting the Chainlink Hackathon and giving Chainlink money for the hackathon. As we know, Google is one of the biggest companies in the entire world with a market capitalization of around $2 trillion. Of course, Chainlink and Google have been working together for quite a while now. Currently, Chainlink is working with Google to bring world weather data online and on-chain. However, we can see Chainlink continuing to work with Google, and this is very, very good for Chainlink and very good for Google in the long term. Now, I do expect some more partnerships between Chainlink and Google to arise as a result of this. Another important coin that is contributing to Chainlink is Filecoin, and Filecoin is contributing $50,000 to Chainlink's prize pool. If you don't know what Filecoin is, essentially Filecoin is a data storage product. It can store data from other blockchains on it. Now, Chainlink has a product called Keepers where it basically speeds up smart contracts on blockchain networks and it stores a lot of this data on Filecoin. So this is a very important coin for Chainlink and it is a very important network going into the future. I do expect Filecoin will increase their data availability a lot and Ethereum will probably start using it as well. Anyway, that essentially brings us to the end of the news about the hackathon. It's not happening for around 1 more month, and when it happens, I will look through it to see if there are any interesting projects, and I will bring that to you on the channel. Now, the next big bit of news is that Chainlink is onboarding partners at an unprecedented rate. Essentially, in September alone, Chainlink had 84 new integrations, a huge amount. However, so far in October, Chainlink has had 11 new integrations, and this has brought the tally up to 850. So this is absolutely huge for Chainlink right now. Essentially, the main way that Chainlink acquires value is through integrations. We need more and more integrations as these are fundamental for Chainlink. Essentially, every time somebody integrates with Chainlink, this could mean a range of things. It means that they are using Chainlink services. Now, this could be a decentralized application using Chainlink's Oracle data. Of course, if a decentralized application integrates with Chainlink, we know that this means that that decentralized application needs to pay for Chainlink's data in the form of link tokens, which fundamentally boosts the network. Now, integrations could be for a range of other things. It could mean that Chainlink is integrating with a traditional finance company. Of course, these are the things that I get the most excited about. I really love seeing the Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud integrations for Chainlink. And this is essentially because we know if all of the big traditional companies come on the blockchain, Well, these companies are going to be using blockchain significantly, using Chainlink significantly, and using Ethereum significantly, which will be great for the industry over the long term. One big traditional company that's integrated with Chainlink is Marsh Global, the biggest insurance company in the entire world, and these integrations get me very, very excited. So when I see that Chainlink is doing 84 integrations in a month, I know there's a ton of activity in the Chainlink network. It's growing fundamentally every single day, and it makes me even more bullish on Chainlink. Anyway, the next big bit of news is I want to talk about something that has happened in the Polygon ecosystem. Essentially, the Switzerland National Postal Service debuted a new crypto stamp product on Polygon. Now, if you don't know what Polygon is a suite of services that is built on top of the Ethereum network. It includes Ethereum sidechains, Ethereum rollups, Ethereum validiums, and more. So Polygon is very interconnected with Ethereum over the long term, and it needs to use Ethereum considerably. Now, in my opinion, this is a very big bit of news. It may seem small at first, however, I do think things like this are very, very big for Ethereum in general. Of course, essentially what it's doing is it's making the stamps on postal services NFTs. This means that all of these stamps are fully trackable, fully traceable, immutable, and stored on a public ledger forever. Of course, in my opinion, this makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense that the Swiss would introduce a crypto stamp for their national postal service. So, in my opinion, this is a good use case of an NFT. It ensures everything is stored on the blockchain forever, and it ensures that Switzerland are able to track all of their postal services at all times. Of course, this doesn't seem like that big news at first because it's not doing too much right now. However, the Switzerland government and the Switzerland National Postal Service have openly said that they are going to be using cryptocurrency. They have said in this area, cryptocurrency is going to help us. Now, in my opinion, this shows that the Switzerland National Government and the Switzerland National Postal Service will be using Ethereum and cryptocurrency in general in a lot of different ways. They've currently said in 2021, they're going to start using crypto in this unique way. However, I can see them using it in a lot of other unique ways down the line. There's a lot of stuff that they need to be verified and stored on an immutable public ledger, and cryptocurrency helps a significant amount with this. Of course, the next thing that it does also show is that cryptocurrency can be used anywhere. If you want to verify something or store something, you need to store and verify it in a way that is secure. Cryptocurrency right now provides the best way to do this out of anything. Of course, this goes for anything. Any country can use cryptocurrency for any purpose. It's very, very useful, and I can see a lot of countries onboarding and using cryptocurrency, and I do believe that this news is just the start of that. Now, the last bit of news that I want to discuss is probably one of the biggest bits of news for Ethereum that has happened so far this year. I only found out about this morning, and I decided I just had to get this into today's video. Now, this news is essentially that Starknet Alpha is coming to the Ethereum mainnet. Now, if you don't know what Starknet Alpha is essentially a layer 2 on Ethereum. So, Starknet is going to be acting as a rollup on top of Ethereum, which is going to make Ethereum cheaper and faster to use, providing a much better user experience for anybody using Ethereum. Of course, you might be wondering, why is this news so big? Ethereum have already released two massive rollups this year, being Arbitrum and Optimism. However, Starknet, in my opinion, is significantly bigger. And the reason for this is because Starknet is a zero-knowledge rollup. On the other hand, Optimism and Arbitrum are optimistic rollups. Essentially, optimistic rollups have a whole bunch of inhibiting factors on them. One of these factors is that they're a little bit slower than zero-knowledge technology, they're a little bit more expensive, and it takes 7 days to get your funds out of an optimistic rollup. On the contrary, zero-knowledge rollups are very, very fast, and it takes a very short period of time to switch your funds between the Ethereum mainnet and the rollup. So, Starknet have said that they're essentially going to be coming to mainnet in November. That means in November, Ethereum is going to be significantly more scalable than any other blockchain by a factor of 10. Starknet is going to help Ethereum so significantly, and it's going to take away all of the downsides of rollups, which is really huge. I always knew that Starkware was developing zero-knowledge rollups. However, I thought to myself that this is probably going to happen around the middle of next year, or maybe at the end of next year. I really didn't think that these ZK rollups would be coming out this year, and I've really been surprised here. It shows how much they're innovating and that they really are ready to deploy to mainnet. Of course, when they deploy in the first place, there's going to be a few different things on them. They're going to have permissioned smart contract development. This essentially means that any applications that want to develop on the layer 2 will need to ask them first. And they will need to get approval to do this. Essentially, this is a safeguard when Starknet first deploys. This safeguard means that so many networks don't all deploy to Starknet immediately and it implodes. When it's first releasing, it needs to take a little bit of time to continue to develop and get ready. Of course, this means by around the middle of next year, they're going to take away this permission deployment. Everybody will be able to deploy to Starknet and it will fully decentralize. However, at the beginning, they do need to keep the network a bit centralized, keep the network a little bit cautious, and make sure everything's working before full deployment. Of course, even if the sequences on Starknet are a little bit centralized, the network is still technically decentralized, and this is essentially because any funds that you put on Starknet, you can just withdraw to Ethereum. The users or the controllers of Starknet can never touch your funds, and this is a very important aspect of layer 2s, so overall it is still safe to use, still decentralized, and a very cool piece of technology. Now, the video is getting a little bit long, so I'll just make a couple of final points. Essentially, since Starknet is a rollup, it inherits Ethereum's decentralization and security. However, one of the really cool things about Starknet is that it submits Stark proofs. Usually you'd expect a ZK rollup to submit snark proofs. Now, you can see the difference here is that one is a snark and the other is a stark. Essentially, starks are even more efficient, and I am amazed that they've already got this technology out. I'm not going to break down the differences between the two in the video, but I may do this in a future video. Anyway, this looks really cool for Starknet, and overall it looks like there's tons of different things that are happening in the Ethereum and the Chainlink ecosystems, and it's a very exciting time right now. Right now is the beginning of the entire world being onboarded onto the blockchain, and I am very excited for this. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching the video.